How's everybody doing today? Yes, it's still me. I shaved, so that's probably why I look like a baby face. Nevertheless, hope everybody's doing good today. Hope everybody's doing well. Man, I hope you guys are enjoying this event just as much as I am. I'm enjoying this event, but I'm ready for the next one. Like, Generation 9 is here, and I'm very happy that it's here, but also I'm ready for the next event. Speaking of the next event, let's talk about it. We got the Psychic Spectacular event coming up. And from based off of previous years, you know what I'm saying, I think they're going to follow the same path that they did for the previous years. So in terms of Psychic, they had the Ultra Unlocks, and then they had the Psychic Spectacular followed by a Dragon event. The Dragon event is usually, it's always after the Psychic Spectacular. And usually has some good Dragon types, usually the pseudo legendaries, because the Psychic Spectacular always has build them. And then the next one usually has like the pseudo legendaries or pseudo dragons. So speaking of the Psychic Spectacular, it says, did you read our minds? The Psychic Spectacular event is back with a new time research collection, challenges, and raids, and more. So let's go find a nice place to sit, and let's talk about this blog. So I'll catch you guys there. So we found ourselves a nice and shaded spot to go ahead and talk about this. As usual, you know, you guys can always come back to me to give you the updates for the next coming event. So we got the Psychic Spectacular event. It's coming back. Like I mentioned before, usually these events, they always go in order. So we had the Ultra Locked, and then right after the Ultra Lock, we usually have the Psychic Spectacular, and then we usually have a Dragon event that coincides it, and then right after that event, usually the Halloween event is following it. That's just how it's been for the last 2 years, so I don't foresee this being any different. Even though they haven't announced it, I think those are how these events are going to go. So we'll just have to wait and see. But hopping on to the Psychic Spectacular event, it starts from Wednesday, September 20th to Sunday, September 24th. So it's a very short event. It's not long at all. The event bonuses are increased XP for successfully catching Pokemon with curve throw. So make sure you are throwing the curveball as best as you can. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be or excellent or even nice. It just needs to be a curveball. So definitely do that. You can get some solid XP on those. Psychic Spectacular event focus on curveballs. There'll be a free time research that you don't have to pay for, and for the first time ever, Shiny Solosis will be in the wild. So Shiny Solosis is a nice color. I'll be putting a picture right here. It's like blue. It's a little bit more blue. It's a really nice color. Duosion is actually I think it's Duosion. It's third evolved form. Is one of the best Gen 5 shinies in my opinion. It has like it's like subtle, but its subtlety makes it stand out in my opinion. So we also have some wild encounters with Abra, Slowpoke, Drowsy, Execute, Girafarig, Routes, Medite, Spoink, Gothita, Solosis, and LGM. Some really rare and some really nice shinies in there, starting with Abra. Abra has a Mega Alakazam, which is one of the best megas in the game in terms of psychic type. We have Girafarig, which will be getting its Gen 9 evolution coming in the game soon. So if you have more shinies for it, you can already be hunting for this one. Routes is always a good psychic and fairy type, one of the best fairy type attackers in the game. Medite is a great PvP Pokemon. Well, Medicham is a great PvP Pokemon. Plus, it has a pretty solid shiny. Spoink is a nice shiny, as well as Drowsy is also a nice shiny. And Slowpoke is a great Pokemon to have in terms of Mega Energy, and as well as having 2 evolutions. And then LGM is just a rare shiny, so getting that is cool. You might even encounter a Galarian Ponyta, a Galarian Slowpoke, and a Bronzor. So both of those are pretty rare shinies. Even though Galarian Slowpoke had its community day, you're not going to be finding it outside of the community day. In the 1-star raids, we have Unknown P, Unknown S, Unknown I, and Esper. So keep in mind that you cannot get shiny Unknown P, S, or I from the raids. So if you're doing those, just expect, hey, I can't get a shiny. So if you don't waste your remote raid passes on doing those, unless you want a hundo, that's the only thing you're going to be getting from those. You're not going to be getting any shinies. You can still get a shiny Esper, but you can't get a shiny Unknown during these raids. In the 3-star raids, we have Alolan Raichu, Galarian Mr. Mime, and Hisuian Braviary. I will be personally doing some Galarian Mr. Mime and some Alolan Raichu raids because I gave away my Galarian Mr. Mime, and Alolan Raichu is a nice shiny in my opinion. We also have Genesect Burn Drive until September 23rd at 10 a.m. So for the little time, I'm not sure how this is going to work because the 3 legendary dogs are also in raids, but it seems like during that little time, I think it's probably like 2 days, three days maybe, Genesect will also be in raids. So just be on the lookout for that. It says right here until September 23rd at 10 a.m. But at the same time, Raikou, Suicune, and Entei are also supposed to be in raids. So nevertheless, we have Mega Gardevoir in raids, one of the best failure type attackers in the game. So if you can get a chance to grab that, definitely do. It says the fallen Pokemon will be hatching from 7K eggs. Solosis hatched from eggs will have a greater chance at being a shiny Pokemon than Solosis found in the wild. So take that into consideration. I think they're doing this because they want people to invest more into hatching, which, I mean, if you're a content creator, yeah, that's cool, but most people are not going to do that because eggs are expensive. They're not cheap. So just take that into consideration. You can still find it in the wild. It just might take you a little bit more hunting. You could get lucky and really just find it like on your first day in the wild, but it's just better chances for you to find it in the egg. I don't know how much chances, they can't really put that information out, but if they did, it probably wouldn't be too much of a difference because when they did this in the past, even in the past, the Pokemon that they had in the eggs, I had a higher chance, really didn't come out of the eggs that much. So you got Smoochum, Why Not, Chingling, and Solosis are in the 7K eggs. I will be personally hatching a bunch of eggs only because I like Solosis. So that'll be one that I'm hunting for. Probably do 100 eggs if I can. So in the field research task, we have Kadabra, Galarian, Slowpoke, Wobbuffet, Metang, Solosis, and Inkay. And then you can complete field research for Mega Energy for Alakazam, Slowbro, Gardevoir, and Medicham, which is good because we don't really get Slowbro a lot. We also don't get Mega Alakazam a lot in raids. So this is good. There'll be a collection challenge, and then there'll also be a Psychic Spectacular showcase where you can input Spoink. So that's all we got for the Psychic Spectacular. So hopefully you guys are ready for it just as much as I am. I'm excited for it. I'm really just excited for that one shiny that's coming out. That's one of my favorites. But hopefully you guys get some more enjoyment out of it than, you know, some people who don't really care for this event. Nevertheless, outside of that, I wanted to do our daily instance for the day and see if we can find ourselves, a bird to finally use our Master Ball on, and then as well as I wanted to do a shiny evolution. So let's get that. So about to activate our daily instance. I'm smart a little bit, so I bought a skateboard for faster travel. So it's allowed me to move around a lot better, a lot faster. So this should help us get more spawns. So while I'm doing this, I will see you guys at the end of our daily instance. Hopefully we get something cool. So we just finished our daily instance. We only got 19 Pokemon. Nothing too major, but I did want to do a couple of evolutions today. First and foremost, I wanted to do our very first Nimble into, let me see if I have it. I want to do our very first Nimble into Low Kicks evolution because it's like I said, I mentioned before, this is one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm still thinking between these two. I'm probably gonna go with a 310 one just because it's a higher IV. It turns into Low Kicks, which is a dark and bug type Pokemon. It looks great, even though it's kind of contradictory to its superhero title, you know what I mean? Nevertheless, here we go to our very first Low Kicks. Looks amazing, looks very good. I love this Pokemon actually. This was one of my Pokemon I used in my playthrough of Scarlet and Violet. Nice Pokemon. So, Sucker Punch and Bug Buzz, pretty good moves actually. And then also I wanted to do a shiny evolution today. We're going to do our Continent. This will be our very first Whimsicott in our Pokédex. Well, not our Pokédex, but our shiny Pokédex. So, nice Pokemon to add to the collection. I'm going to keep the other Sunstones for not Fomantis. Is it Fomantis? Oh, what is it? Lilligant. It's pre-evolution. Petalil. There you go. Petalil. There you go. Whimsicott. That nice blue-eared beauty. Super good-looking Pokemon. I love it. And finally, let's go over here and do this Bombardier raid while we got the chance. Might as well do it. Add to the raid count. You never know. We got lucky last time with the start of the game shiny, so maybe we'll get it done this time too. So I'll catch you guys over there. Alright, so we just took down the Bombardier pretty easily there. It didn't really stand too much of a chance. I'm trying to move away. This bus is very loud. But we just completed the complete 5 raid challenge finally for our Sky High research. And no shiny, but still a nice Pokemon at 1390. We go ahead and move over here. So I'm going to go ahead and catch this. So nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And tell me how you're feeling about the Psychic Spectacular event. Do you think I'm right about the next event going to be a dragon event, even though they haven't announced it? And how do you feel about Community Day? Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Nevertheless, this is Sizzler. I sign off with another video. Peace.